I've recently been scanning images for this project to look at how we've used beaches and things in the past and how we use them now, and the sort of contrasts and comparisons between the two, as well as particularly looking at surfers as an ongoing project from uni. My personal interest is looking at things that we all do throughout history, that's just the repetitive motion. So our attitudes to clothing and fashion trends, I'm sort of ignoring that because that changes across the board, but what interests me is the idea of you only went to the beach in your like Sunday best and you sat on a deck chair for the whole time, maybe paddled your feet on the edge of the water, a few brave souls went for a swim, but mostly you just went to the beach over the long week, the long bank holiday weekends, or the middle of summer. And the comparison to today, where we still go down the beach, a few people paddle, everyone paddles, but a few people go out and swim in the cold water. But again, not exactly the fashion of the beach, but now it's bikinis, swimsuits, swim shorts, bungee smugglers, swim caps, you know, a very free and more natural aspect to living at the sea, more than it was during the Victorian period forwards. And how, again, looking back at Victorian times, it wasn't uncommon to have donkey rides and horse-drawn carriages going up and down the promenade and that. And now instead of horse-drawn carriages, you've got cars and those little sort of electric trains that go up and down the promenade and piers to get you from one end to the other, and a bit of a tourist attraction. And now donkeys are now not used at the beaches as much as, well, for animal rights reasons. That's the images I've been scanning, as well as going back through a few of my own film archives, my own film images that I've taken. The particular two images I'm thinking of currently are a young kid with a surfboard who I met their parents whilst they were watching him surf, and I went down and explained my project to them and asked if he came in again, could I photograph him? And when he did, the parents asked, and he was up for having the photograph taken. I emailed him a copy of the print when it was finished, and that went towards, I think it was either my first or second year's project, probably my second year project. But anyway, yeah, so recording that and looking at how things change and jump, and now I want to add that sort of aspect onto my website and have another platform to show my work as well as other bits of it. So I thought I'd do that as today's project, being that we're all in quarantine and locked in the house. I might as well start here. So this is Weebly, which I thought was by itself, but now I'm a bit intrigued because under the introduction thing it's got Weebly something by Square. I don't know if that's Squarespace or a different company. I don't think it's Squarespace because their logo is a bit different, but they could be a subsidiary for all I know. I'm going to have a look into that. Not an advertisement for the company, not a sales pitch from them, there's no promotion or whatever it is YouTube says it does. This is just the website I've been using, or the website platform. I like it, it's relatively simple, it's relatively straightforward to use, so we're going to go with them. So here's my front page, Andrew, it's got my Instagram, it's got my YouTube link which just takes you back to here. Nice circular bit of work there. You've got your tools panel down the side here with a variety of ones that you can use, ones that you need to get a paid for service, which I don't do at the moment. It's nice that this gives you the free option, so just create, but then your logo name has, I can't show you on here but I'll show you at the final stage, we'll have Andrew www.at/weebly.com.co.uk or something like that. I'll show you towards the end. But yeah, so it's a nice, simple, easy to palm through space to work. Coastal overview and history. So history is the bit that I've not really done anything with at the moment, so we're going to start working there. So again, as I mentioned, we have the side tools, nice and easy. Let's start with a gallery. to give people the option to view the images. Upload computer. So you upload your images, that takes XYZ amount of time depending on how big the files are. So I've cut that where it is because I don't know for whatever reason the laptop wouldn't record the screen view whilst this is plugged in after a certain point, and the editing software, which is just iMovie, it's nothing special, is just playing about and my laptop's being slow, and these are all excuses, but today's been one of those days where nothing's quite worked. So I've sat here and I talked all the way through and the camera cut out, so I've missed some of my talking bits. I haven't got out of today what I wanted, but not to quote people directly and not to use bigger names, but like Peter McKinnon says, which I believe is a quote from somebody else, but that's as far as my referencing goes, done is better than perfect. I set myself a goal today to make this vlog about this in one form or another, whether it was just talking about the scans that I've done or whether it was talking about the website and that, both of which I've done in a small part but not enough of either. The quality also might have changed in terms of lighting and how it's worked. It's gone from using window lighting and that to being 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, so it's quite dark, there's not enough light coming from the window, so I had to turn the ISO up, which might make it grainy, noisy in terms of image quality, and work that way. I've just stopped. I'm not going to reshoot it, I'm not going to remake it, because, well, I can do, I've still got like the next 2, 3 or however long this coronavirus stuff goes on for to rehash this out. But the main take from today, you've seen a couple of the images that I've scanned and I've talked through, and if you've watched the other vlogs, especially the ones where we have gone to beaches and we have shot or photographed people doing things and working through their day, you would have seen the contrast and comparison between the two. And that's the fundamental of the project. I'm still working on the outcome in terms of what the final goal is, and that's where I think my work ethic and my practice needs to build on. I'm quite happy with coming up with ideas and I'm quite good at working through them, but my execution's the bit that I need to work towards, as in having a full pictured idea. I know that I want it to go into a book, so I've got the final product in mind but not the final content, as it were. So until I get that part in mind, I'm just going to keep shooting to make the volume, to make a volume of work to cut down and distill into the final book, as it were. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Sorry if this vlog feels like, or this particular entry feels like a waste of your time. Today's definitely felt like a waste of mine with all these little issues that have come up. I say they're all excuses, and excuses don't make results. But this is the result from today. Thanks for watching.